Skasitora. You know that? Ako, Manolis, ligo linika. And they say to me, Yeti, Manolis, ligo linika. I say, Ponai, Golo, Trapitasu. Ponai, Golo, Trapitasu. Yeti, Ponai. Yeah, Yeti. Skasi Dora, telo nero parkelo, okay? Telo ligo nero parkelo, galo nero paracalo. Assim, yiftos, okay? Okay, yiftos, si yifto, melaka, melaka. Adade, na. Hagamos ire. Tita l'histoire. Che si? Ito si no, tino to, da fucking da bebir. Skata. Da malaka. That's all I know in Greek. Everything. Yipto, my tia would call me Yipto. Yipto means gypsy. But in Greece it's like their way of saying someone's a bum, right? So every day I'd be in Greece, my dad's like, Yipto! My tia would be like, Yipto, see, Yipto! I'm like, Dad, what is a Yipto? And my dad would just laugh, oh, my sister hates you. That's what it basically. And then, the funniest word, because like my Greek friends would always teach me Greek words, because I basically told you everything I know in Greek, and so I'm very limited. So they think it's funny if I just say a word because I don't understand it. And one of the words was golo means bum, right? Is that right, dude? Right. Trapidasu is the word for your bum hole. Isn't that a weird word? You're like your asshole. Your fucking rim is called trapidasu. So golo trapidasu. So I always joke around with them. I go, oh, ponai means pain. Ponai golo trapidasu. I know I'd be hanging out with my Greek buddies, and they're like really like very against the whole idea that anything to that. They don't joke about being gay. So I'd be like, Dimitri, yeti ponai golo trapidasu. Okay, debaros means I can't. Debaros. Ponai golo trapidasu. And then. Because no one says golo trapidasu. They'll say golo trapidasu in Greece. They'll say it, right? But no one's saying golo trapidasu. And you're like, why is this Gifto talking like this? That's all I know in Greek, though. My dad, when I was he'd always fucking get mad at us when I was like a kid. My dad is broke. Everything my dad is like, that's it. That's a sentence for my dad. On a good day, and he'd be driving one time. I was like 6 years old. My brother was 7. We're in the back seat of my dad's car, going out of nowhere. We're going somewhere. My mom's up front, and my dad keep going. Like we would fight. You guys? Do you have a brother, dude? Do you have a brother, sister? Yeah, you fight. You fight with her when you're growing up, right? In the back seat of the car, it's like, I remember your parents. Oh, turn this car around, right? Like that kind of shit. But it's like. My dad would just not say, he's like, just shut up, be quiet, stop it. And we're like, yeah. And then we start fighting again. Well, one time he goes like this. I swear to God, he goes like this. He just looks at us like this. I'm 6, right? He looks and he goes, that's it. That's all he says. And I'm like, I look at my brother, he goes, that's it? He never says that's it. What do you mean by that? That's it. I'm like, my brother's like, I don't know. I'm like, so Dad, what did you mean by that's it? He goes like this, and then he goes, that's it, I'm taking you guys to jail. That's all he says. And I'm like, and I look at my brother, and I go, can he do that? And my brother's like, I don't know. It's like, because he's 7, I'm 6, I don't know, you don't know. It's like, can you go to jail for fucking fighting in the backseat of a fucking car at the age of 6? Apparently you can, that's all I'm thinking. So I say to my dad, Dad, okay, we've decided we're not going to fucking fight anymore. You don't need to take us to jail, right? You think you pray for your fucking kids to say something like that. And my dad goes, no, I'm taking you guys to jail. So now I'm going to fucking jail as far as I'm concerned. And I'm fucking freaking out, and I'm trying to tell my dad, come on, Dad, relax. You're over exaggerating. And I look at my brother for fucking him to help me out because I'm freaking out, and now he's crying. So So my brother's actually crying because he thinks he's going to jail, and I swear to God, this is what I say to my brother. I never forgot this. He goes, okay, listen, don't worry, Pete, don't worry. When we get there, I'll talk to the cops. Like, I'm going to straighten everything out, like, you know. The officer, like my dad's obviously, he's irate, he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. But it's like, we were just talking loudly. We don't need to be arrested for this. Like, what a fucking asshole, you know? What a fucking dick. Why is it when I go to a dollar store and I'm like looking at, sometimes I always see this, I see a guy looking at the balloon section, and he's just like this. Balloons always remind me of happy times, right? It's like, to me, it's like I think of balloons, I think happiness, and I always see some guy looking at balloons and going, fuck, why didn't I just pull out? Jesus Christ, now I gotta buy fucking balloons every fucking year. The one time I don't buy rubbers, now I'm buying rubber every fucking year. Jesus Christ, this is bullshit. And at this point, he's actually saying this to the balloons. There's such a good night. Someone's going to pee. How's it by? My dad, also, my dad's 84 years old, and he's I don't want to say he's crazy, just fucking, when you get older, the older you get, the less you give a fuck about things, of like how things should be or what you should do. And he goes, I say to my dad, I'm like, Dad, I'm going to St. John's Yucks to do shows. Can you give me a ride to the Hamilton Airport? And my dad's like, of course I can. You're my son, right? So I get it. We go to leave that day. My dad has a fucking minivan, and I open up the back of the minivan to throw my suitcase, and all I see is a fucking raccoon in a cage. Like, what do you mean, Manolis? I mean a fucking raccoon in a cage. And it goes like this to me. It goes, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like this? I'm like, Dad, there's a fucking raccoon in a cage in the back of the van. He's like, yeah, I know. What do you mean you know? It's like, well, I caught it. The raccoon, he eat my grapes, so I put the cage. And I get to the raccoon, so now I take it up to the hill, and when I drop you off to the fucking airport, I want to get rid of the raccoon, so it'll be gone out of my backyard. So he's like, I'm going to kill two birds with one stone, right? I'm like, what are you talking about, man? I don't want to fucking drive in a van. Like, it's an open van. There's a van. There's nothing, there's no wall. It's not like a cop car. I'm driving in the back passenger seat, and there's the whole time we're driving up the hill, and all I like this thing, I'm like, Jesus Christ, this thing gets out of the cage, we're done. It's over. And then at this point, he's going to drop me off at the fucking airport and then go let go of the raccoon. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do? What? Am I supposed to just get, I'm like, see you, Dad, good luck with your fucking new adventure. I got to go with him. I have to go. It's like my dad. I got to make sure my dad's not going to die from a fucking raccoon, right? I don't know what's going to happen when he lets this fucking thing go. So I gotta go with my dad to get rid of raccoon before I go on fucking my vacation. That's my life. This is a normal day. This is Tuesday. So we go past the Hamilton Airport for like about a mile, and we pull over to the side of the road, and my dad has to this is how serious it is. My dad's putting on a welder's glove to hold the cage. Because the raccoon, it's not like, it's getting out a little bit, its arms is trying to kill us. My dad's grabbing it, it's like, and then he opens it up, the lid with this fucking like steel bar, and I'm like, I got this, I don't know why there's a bat in the back of my dad's van, but I got a bat, and I'm like this, I'm ready to fucking fight this raccoon in case it jumps us, and he opens it up and just, and runs away, just into the bush, and I'm like, and I swear to God, I'm like, it's gone, and I think everything's cool. I swear my dad goes like this, he goes, he'll be back.